any form of liquid by distilling it. Tonight I will be making drinking water out of my own urine. Okay, so the items that we will need for this experiment is, first off, you'll need something to hold your urine in. I will be using something like this to hold my urine in. Next step, you will need a pot. This is to pour the urine into the pot and boil any of the impurities or bacteria out of the urine just to be safe. Next, I have this is the distilling process. I have my great-grandmother's antique teapot that I asked to borrow to make some special tea. And so don't tell Grandma. And this tube is going to be catching, we're going to heat up the water, and it will catch the steam, the water, and as it travels into the cup, it will condense and make water. This cap, or this thing that we're using here, just accelerates the process. So these things are all items that you can find around the house, pretty common, and so now we'll start the experiment. So right now I'm going to be harvesting the urine that we'll be using for the experiment. So yeah, here we go. Alright, got our urine, let's go. Okay, so now that we have our urine, the next step is to boil it and to get out the impurities, bacteria, anything that may make me sick. So just pour this in here. And turn on the stove. Alright, we're gonna let this boil for a little while, so come back later and we'll go on to the next step, alright? Okay, so my pee has been boiling for a little while. What? Okay, so my pee has been boiling for about 5 minutes now, and we let it kind of, it's important that you kind of watch it. You don't want it to bubble over. Like, as you can see, we kind of let it bubble over, and it really stinks, and my mom's gonna kill me because there's pee all over the stove now, so lesson learned. But anyway, back to the experiment. The next step is to take the pee and transfer it into the tea kettle. So once it's in here, you don't really want to boil it because you don't want it to bubble. You just want to get it hot enough so that it steams up and it can travel in here. But like I said, you don't want it to boil. So I'm going to do that right now. So now that the pee is in the tea kettle, we're going to turn this one on. And right there. So now we will just let it steam up, and we'll put the camera over here and let it make water. Okay, so it's been a few minutes since we started steaming the urine, and as you can see, there's some bubbles starting to form in here. And pretty soon it'll start to run through the tube and start to condense in the cup, and we'll start getting some water to add up, and then I'll drink it. So stay tuned. So it hasn't been long, and we're already starting to get some drops to drop into the cup. As I said before, we are getting some water to condense from the urine, and this lid is helping it accelerate because we got some steam going up in there and then cooling down and dropping in here. So we're getting actually a pretty good amount, and in a few minutes we'll have enough to be able to drink. Alright, so we've been boiling for about 10 minutes here, and as you can see, we've got quite a bit of water in here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the distilling process. One way you could have speeded up this distilling process is having some more tube and running it through some ice. That would speed up the process by cooling this water down faster, and it'll condense faster. I'll get the water faster. But for the sake of this experiment, we just kept it simple. So I'm going to go ahead and let this water cool off, and then I'll drink my urine. Ready? Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. Everything's completely cooled off. Looking in here at the pee, you can tell it's a little more concentrated. You can tell that some of the water has escaped, and obviously it has. So now it's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to drink my own urine. You can definitely smell the pee. It's in there. I mean, it's clear, but I can smell it. So I don't really know what to expect, but here we go. Okay, it actually didn't taste that bad. It tastes like water with a little hint of something special, a little special ingredient. We don't know what that is, but it tasted all right. It was good. So I showed you guys how to distill your own water. I drank my own pee. So if you guys, I mean, go for it. If you don't want to take my word for it, it's well, so far we know it's safe. I don't know if I'm gonna be sick, but go ahead and try it yourself. Go drink your own pee. And that's pretty much it.